The manufacturing industry is evolving, with new technologies and interconnected supply chains. Cyber attacks and data breaches can halt production and compromise sensitive data, making security a strategic imperative. Today's CISO must be a strategic leader, understanding the interplay between security, business operations, and risk management. Effective communication and collaboration across all levels are essential for integrating security into the organization's operations. The first 90 days for a CISO in a global manufacturing organization are crucial for establishing credibility and assessing the security landscape. Focus on building relationships, understanding the organization's culture, and identifying key areas for improvement. A structured roadmap for the first 90 days is essential for a CISO's success. This roadmap should be flexible, adapting to new information and emerging threats while aligning with the organization's evolving needs. Embrace the onboarding process to lay the groundwork for success. Familiarize yourself with the company culture, strategic goals, and engage with key stakeholders to build relationships and gather insights. Map the existing security landscape by understanding the people and processes that underpin the organization's security posture. Identify core security team members, review existing policies, and evaluate the flow of security-related information. Conduct a comprehensive cybersecurity risk assessment within the first 30 days. Identify critical assets, assess vulnerabilities, and evaluate the effectiveness of existing security controls. Establish a baseline understanding of the organization's security maturity using established frameworks. This baseline is essential for measuring progress and developing a targeted roadmap for improvement. As the initial 30 days of discovery and assessment draw to a close, the focus shifts from understanding the current state to charting a course for the future. The insights gained from stakeholder interviews, risk assessments, and baseline maturity evaluations now serve as the foundation for crafting a comprehensive cybersecurity roadmap. This roadmap, spanning the next 1 to 3 years, outlines the strategic vision for security, sets clear objectives, and prioritizes initiatives that will elevate the organization's security posture to align with business goals and industry best practices. The roadmap should not be a static document, but rather a living, breathing guide that evolves with the threat landscape, business priorities, and available resources. Begin by defining the overarching goals for cybersecurity, ensuring they are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Smart. These goals might include enhancing protection of critical assets, improving incident response capabilities, strengthening regulatory compliance, or fostering a culture of security awareness. With the strategic goals in place, break down each goal into smaller, manageable initiatives. For each initiative, outline specific activities, timelines, responsible parties, required resources, and success metrics. This granular level of detail is crucial for ensuring accountability, tracking progress, and demonstrating the value of security investments to senior leadership. The roadmap should also clearly articulate the dependencies between different initiatives, highlighting potential roadblocks and outlining mitigation strategies. Regularly communicate the roadmap's progress to key stakeholders, including senior leadership, IT staff, and business unit leaders. Transparency and open communication are essential for building buy-in, managing expectations, and fostering a sense of shared responsibility for security. By presenting the roadmap in a clear and concise manner, highlighting successes, and addressing challenges head-on, you demonstrate your leadership, build trust, and ensure that security remains a top priority for the organization. Prioritize quick wins to demonstrate immediate progress and build momentum for larger initiatives. Quick wins are high-impact, low-effort projects implemented within 60 days. They enhance security and prove your commitment to action. Focus on simple, cost-effective measures to reduce risk. Examples include multi-factor authentication, password policies, and security training. Document and communicate successes to build momentum. Celebrate wins to foster a culture of security awareness. A robust security governance framework is the backbone of a successful cybersecurity program. It provides the structure, processes, and accountability mechanisms necessary to ensure that security initiatives are aligned with business objectives, resources are allocated effectively, and risks are managed consistently across the organization. Developing and implementing a comprehensive security governance framework is a critical step in establishing a strong security posture and fostering a culture of security awareness. Begin by defining clear roles and responsibilities for security-related activities. Establish a security steering committee comprising key stakeholders from different departments, including IT, security, legal, compliance, and business unit leaders. This committee provides oversight, guidance, and decision-making authority for security initiatives. Clearly document the committee's charter, meeting frequency, and decision-making process to ensure transparency and accountability. Next, develop and implement a set of security policies, standards, and procedures that align with industry best practices, regulatory requirements, and the organization's specific risk profile. These documents provide a framework for consistent decision-making, guide employee behavior, and establish a baseline for security operations. Ensure that these policies are clearly written, easily accessible, and regularly reviewed and updated to reflect evolving threats and technologies. Finally, establish metrics and reporting mechanisms to track the effectiveness of security controls, measure progress towards strategic goals, and identify areas for improvement. Regularly report security performance to the Security Steering Committee and senior leadership, highlighting key metrics, trends, and areas of concern. This data-driven approach provides transparency, demonstrates accountability, and enables informed decision-making regarding security investments and resource allocation. Too often, security is viewed as a separate entity, a cost center, rather than a strategic enabler of business objectives. This disconnect can lead to misaligned priorities, resistance to security initiatives, and ultimately, a weaker security posture. Bridging this gap by aligning security with business objectives is crucial for securing buy-in, demonstrating the value of security investments, and fostering a culture of security awareness across the organization. Start by understanding the organization's overall business strategy, key initiatives, and risk appetite. Engage with business unit leaders to understand their specific security needs, concerns, and priorities. How does security impact their operations, customer trust, and bottom line? By actively listening to their perspectives and demonstrating a deep understanding of their business challenges, you position security as a strategic partner rather than a roadblock. Next, translate security initiatives into business-relevant terms. Instead of focusing solely on technical jargon and metrics, highlight the tangible benefits of security investments, such as protecting brand reputation, ensuring regulatory compliance, safeguarding customer data, and enabling business continuity. Quantify the potential impact of security incidents on business operations, using real-world examples and data points to illustrate the consequences of inaction. Finally, integrate security into business processes and decision-making frameworks. Ensure that security is considered from the outset of new projects, product development cycles, and strategic initiatives. Advocate for security awareness training for all employees, emphasizing the importance of their role in maintaining a secure environment. By embedding security into the fabric of the organization's culture and operations, you create a sustainable model where security is everyone's responsibility, not just the domain of the security team. With a clear roadmap and quick wins, the final phase focuses on translating vision into action. This period marks the start of larger projects requiring meticulous planning and collaboration, addressing security gaps and strengthening the organization's posture. Implementing strategic projects requires alignment with business objectives and maximizing ROI. Establish clear plans, assemble dedicated teams, and communicate status regularly. Emphasize the value of security investments and foster shared ownership. Stay flexible and adaptable to navigate challenges and maintain focus on long-term vision. In manufacturing, a security incident is inevitable. Review, optimize, and rehearse incident response and disaster recovery plans. Regularly test and refine these plans to ensure effectiveness. Conduct tabletop exercises and simulations to identify gaps, ensure resources, tools, and processes are in place, foster a culture of security awareness and preparedness. Establishing KPIs is essential for measuring security effectiveness and tracking progress. KPIs provide quantifiable metrics that demonstrate the value of security investments and highlight areas for improvement. Select KPIs that align with strategic objectives and provide actionable insights. Focus on relevant, measurable, and achievable metrics. Avoid vanity metrics. Choose KPIs that reflect security control effectiveness. Track KPIs consistently and review data to identify trends and areas for improvement. Use KPI data to inform security investments and demonstrate value to leadership. Present KPI data clearly, using visualizations to highlight key insights. Avoid overwhelming stakeholders with technical jargon. Focus on actionable insights. KPIs drive future improvement and ensure security remains a top priority. The final crucial step in the first 90 days is to effectively communicate the organization's security posture to the board of directors. This high-stakes presentation is an opportunity to showcase your leadership, demonstrate the progress made, and secure continued support for security initiatives. The board briefing requires careful preparation, clear communication, and a focus on translating complex security concepts into business-relevant terms that resonate with executives. Begin by understanding the board's priorities, concerns, and level of technical expertise. Tailor your message accordingly, avoiding technical jargon and focusing on the business impact of security. Highlight the most significant risks facing the organization, the potential consequences of inaction, and the steps being taken to mitigate those risks. Present a clear and concise overview of the security strategy, including key initiatives, timelines, and resource requirements. Use data to support your points, drawing on KPIs, risk assessments, and industry benchmarks to illustrate the organization's security posture and demonstrate the effectiveness of security investments. Highlight successes, such as improvements in incident response times or reductions in vulnerability exposure. Be transparent about challenges, outlining mitigation strategies and requesting support for addressing any resource gaps. The board briefing is not merely a one-way presentation, it's an opportunity to engage in a dialogue with leadership. Encourage questions, feedback, and open discussion about security priorities. This demonstrates your willingness to listen, learn, and collaborate with the board to ensure that security remains aligned with the organization's strategic goals. By effectively communicating the organization's security posture and securing continued support from leadership, you set the stage for long-term success in building a resilient and secure organization. In the realm of cybersecurity, technical prowess and cutting-edge tools are undoubtedly essential. But they are only part of the equation. A truly resilient security posture hinges on a critical, often overlooked element: organizational culture. The adage "culture eats strategy" for breakfast rings especially true in cybersecurity, where even the most sophisticated security measures can be undermined by human error, apathy, or a lack of awareness. Therefore, a paramount responsibility of the CISO, particularly within the first 90 days, is to assess, understand, and actively shape the organization's security culture. A strong security culture is not merely about compliance or following rules. It's about embedding security into the DNA of the organization, making it an integral part of everyday decision-making and behavior. It's about fostering an environment where employees understand the importance of security, feel empowered to report potential risks, and are actively engaged in protecting the organization's assets. This requires a shift from a top-down, compliance-driven approach to a more collaborative and empowering model where security is everyone's responsibility. The CSO must be a champion for cultural change, leading by example and fostering a culture of open communication, transparency, and shared responsibility. This involves actively engaging with employees at all levels, understanding their perspectives, addressing their concerns, and providing them with the knowledge and tools they need to be effective stewards of security. It also requires recognizing and rewarding positive security behaviors, celebrating successes, and creating a positive feedback loop that reinforces the importance of security. Building a strong security culture is not a one-time project, but an ongoing journey that requires sustained effort, consistent messaging, and visible commitment from leadership. By prioritizing cultural alignment alongside technical implementations, the CSO can create a sustainable security environment where employees are not just following rules, but are actively engaged in protecting the organization's most valuable assets. To effectively shape organizational culture, one must first understand its existing dynamics. The cultural web, a model developed by Jerry Johnson and Kevin Scholes, provides a valuable framework for analyzing and understanding the underlying assumptions, behaviors, and symbols that shape an organization's culture. By applying this framework to the realm of cybersecurity, the CSO can gain valuable insights into the factors that influence security behaviors and identify potential roadblocks and champions for change. The cultural web comprises 6 interrelated elements: stories, rituals and routines, symbols, power structures, organizational structures, and control systems. Each element provides a lens through which to examine how security is perceived, valued, and practiced within the organization. For instance, analyzing the stories circulating within the organization can reveal whether security breaches are framed as learning opportunities or as blameworthy failures. Examining rituals and routines can highlight whether security practices are integrated into daily workflows or treated as an afterthought. Understanding the power structures within the organization is crucial for identifying key influencers who can champion security initiatives or, conversely, those who might resist change. Analyzing organizational structures can reveal whether security roles and responsibilities are clearly defined and empowered or fragmented and siloed. Examining control systems such as performance metrics and reward systems can highlight whether security is valued and incentivized or viewed as an obstacle to productivity. By systematically analyzing these elements, the CSO can identify cultural barriers that might hinder security initiatives, such as a blame culture that discourages reporting of incidents, a lack of clear communication channels for security concerns, or a perception that security is solely the responsibility of the IT department. Conversely, this analysis can also uncover cultural strengths, such as a strong emphasis on teamwork and collaboration, a commitment to continuous improvement, or a history of learning from past mistakes. In the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity, staying ahead of threats and aligning with best practices is paramount. Fortunately, a wealth of established frameworks and standards provide a roadmap for building a robust and resilient security program. These frameworks, developed by leading organizations and industry experts, offer a structured approach to managing risk, implementing controls, and achieving specific security objectives. Leveraging these frameworks not only enhances the organization's security posture, but also demonstrates a commitment to industry best practices, which can be beneficial for regulatory compliance and stakeholder confidence. The NIST Cybersecurity Framework, developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, is a widely recognized and adopted framework that provides a common language and a set of best practices for managing cybersecurity risk. The CSF organizes its guidance around 5 core functions: identify, protect, detect, respond, recover, and provides a set of cybersecurity activities and outcomes for each function. Organizations can use the CSF to assess their current cybersecurity maturity level, identify gaps, and prioritize investments. ISO 27001, an internationally recognized standard for information security management systems, provides a comprehensive framework for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continuously improving an organization's information security posture. ISO 27001 certification demonstrates to stakeholders that the organization has implemented a systematic and documented approach to managing information security risks. The Center for Internet Security Controls offers a prioritized set of actions for cyber defense that provide specific and actionable ways to stop known cyber attacks. The CIS controls are mapped to and referenced by multiple information security frameworks, regulatory requirements, and government initiatives. By implementing the CIS controls, organizations can significantly reduce their attack surface and enhance their overall security posture. While established frameworks provide invaluable guidance, they are most effective when implemented within the context of the organization's unique culture and risk profile. A holistic approach to security recognizes that technical controls and cultural alignment are two sides of the same coin, and that true resilience requires a harmonious balance between the two. Integrating cultural considerations into the framework selection and implementation process is essential for ensuring that security initiatives are embraced by employees, align with business objectives, and contribute to a sustainable security culture. Start by assessing the organization's cultural readiness for change. Are employees generally receptive to new initiatives? Is there a history of successful implementation of similar programs? Understanding the organization's appetite for change will help determine the pace and scope of implementation. Engage with employees from different departments to gather their perspectives on security, identify potential challenges, and solicit their input on how to best tailor the framework to their specific needs. When selecting a framework, consider its compatibility with the organization's existing culture and values. For instance, a highly hierarchical organization might find a top-down compliance-driven framework like ISO 27001 easier to implement, while a more agile and collaborative organization might gravitate towards a framework like NIST which emphasizes flexibility and adaptability. Throughout the implementation process, communicate the value of the framework to employees, not just in terms of enhanced security, but also in terms of its alignment with business objectives, its role in protecting customer data, and its contribution to a more secure and resilient organization. Provide regular training and awareness programs that emphasize the importance of their role in maintaining a strong security posture. By fostering a culture of shared responsibility and continuous improvement, the CISO can ensure that the chosen framework is not merely a set of rules but an integral part of the organization's DNA. Stepping into the role of CISO, particularly within a complex and dynamic global manufacturing environment, is akin to navigating a minefield of potential challenges. The stakes are high, the expectations are demanding, and the margin for error can be slim. New CISOs often face an uphill battle, grappling with legacy systems, entrenched cultural norms, and a constant barrage of evolving threats. Understanding these common challenges is crucial for proactively addressing them and setting a course for success. One of the most significant hurdles for new CISOs is the lack of visibility into the organization's true security posture. Legacy systems, fragmented data silos, and a lack of centralized security monitoring can make it difficult to gain a comprehensive understanding of the organization's risk profile, vulnerabilities, and existing security controls. This lack of visibility can hinder effective decision-making, prioritize investments, and demonstrate the value of security initiatives to leadership. Resistance to change is another common obstacle encountered by new CISOs. Employees may be accustomed to established ways of working and resistant to adopting new security protocols, tools, or training programs. This resistance can stem from a lack of awareness about the importance of security, a fear of added complexity or workload, or a perception that security measures hinder productivity. Overcoming this resistance requires a delicate balance of education, communication, and demonstrating the tangible benefits of a stronger security posture. Budget constraints and competing priorities can also pose significant challenges for new CISOs. Security is often viewed as a cost center rather than a strategic investment, and securing adequate funding for security initiatives can be an ongoing battle. New CISOs must be adept at making a compelling business case for security investments, quantifying risks, and demonstrating the return on investment of security measures. This requires a deep understanding of the organization's business objectives, risk appetite, and financial constraints. In cybersecurity, executive buy-in is essential. Without it, security initiatives falter due to lack of resources and misaligned priorities. Securing executive support should be a top priority for any new CSO. Speak their language, focusing on business outcomes, risk mitigation, and ROI. Highlight benefits like brand protection, customer data safety, and business continuity. Quantify risks and demonstrate financial impacts to secure support. Build strong relationships and maintain transparency to foster trust. Position yourself as a trusted advisor to ensure ongoing support. The traditional perimeter-based approach to security, with its reliance on firewalls and intrusion detection systems, is no longer sufficient in today's interconnected and rapidly evolving threat landscape. The proliferation of cloud services, mobile devices, and the Internet of Things has blurred the lines between internal and external networks, creating new vulnerabilities and attack vectors that traditional security measures are ill-equipped to address. New CSOs must adopt a more proactive and agile approach to security, one that goes beyond the firewall to address emerging threats and the growing challenge of shadow IT. Shadow IT, the use of unsanctioned software or devices within an organization, poses a significant and often hidden risk to security. Employees may unwittingly introduce vulnerabilities into the network by using unapproved cloud storage services, downloading insecure apps, or connecting personal devices to the corporate network. Addressing shadow IT requires a multifaceted approach that combines technical controls, policy enforcement, and employee education. Implementing a robust mobile device management solution can help secure corporate data on employee-owned devices, while data loss prevention technologies can prevent sensitive information from leaving the network through unauthorized channels. Conducting regular security awareness training programs that emphasize the risks of shadow IT and provide employees with secure alternatives can help foster a culture of security consciousness and reduce the likelihood of unintentional breaches. Beyond addressing shadow IT, new CSOs must stay abreast of emerging threats and proactively adapt security measures to mitigate them. This requires continuous monitoring of the threat landscape, partnering with industry peers and security vendors, and investing in advanced threat intelligence capabilities. By anticipating and proactively addressing emerging threats, new CSOs can position their organizations to withstand the inevitable attacks and ensure the long-term resilience of their security posture. One of the most formidable challenges faced by new CSOs, particularly within established organizations, is overcoming inertia and fostering a culture of change. Employees may be accustomed to existing processes, resistant to adopting new technologies, or simply unaware of the evolving threat landscape and the critical role they play in maintaining a strong security posture. Effectively driving cultural change requires a nuanced understanding of human behavior, a commitment to open communication, and a willingness to lead by example. Start by building a compelling case for change, one that resonates with employees at all levels of the organization. Avoid technical jargon and focus on the tangible benefits of a stronger security posture, such as protecting customer data, safeguarding jobs, and ensuring the long-term success of the company. Share real-world examples of security breaches and their impact on organizations and individuals to highlight the real-world consequences of complacency. Tailor your communication style and message to different audiences within the organization. Executives may be more receptive to data-driven arguments and financial justifications, while frontline employees may connect more readily to stories, anecdotes, and the human impact of security incidents. Use a variety of communication channels such as town hall meetings, newsletters, intranet articles, and social media to reach employees where they are. Recognize and reward positive security behaviors to reinforce desired outcomes. Publicly acknowledge employees who consistently follow security protocols, report suspicious activity, or contribute to a stronger security culture. This positive reinforcement can help create a virtuous cycle, encouraging others to adopt secure practices and fostering a sense of shared responsibility for security. Remember, cultural change is not a one-time event, but an ongoing journey that requires patience, persistence, and visible commitment from leadership at all levels of the organization. As the first 90 days in a new CSO role draw to a close, It's time to reflect on the journey and the foundation that has been laid for a more secure and resilient future. These initial months are crucial for setting the tone, establishing credibility, and aligning security initiatives with business objectives. By engaging with stakeholders and prioritizing quick wins, a new CISO can make a tangible impact and set the stage for continued success. The journey begins with understanding the organization's culture, risk appetite, and key stakeholders. Conducting a thorough assessment of the existing security landscape provides a clear view of strengths and weaknesses. This assessment informs the development of a comprehensive cybersecurity roadmap. Prioritizing quick wins within the first 60 days builds momentum and demonstrates the CISO's ability to deliver results. These early successes lay the groundwork for more complex projects. Establishing a robust security governance framework ensures consistent decision-making. The true measure of success lies in cultivating a security-conscious culture. Engaging with employees and promoting shared responsibility for security creates a sustainable environment. In the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity, technology alone can only provide a partial solution. The human element plays a pivotal role in determining the effectiveness of security measures. A culture that embraces security, promotes vigilance, and empowers individuals is essential. Leadership must champion security initiatives and model secure behaviors. Open communication and regular training empower employees to identify and mitigate risks. Celebrating successes reinforces positive security behaviors and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Navigating cybersecurity requires structured frameworks like NIST CSF and ISO 27001. These provide a roadmap for managing risk and improving security. NIST CSF's 5 core functions — identify, protect, detect, respond, recover — offer a comprehensive approach. ISO 27001 focuses on continuous improvement of information security. Choose the framework that aligns with your organization's needs. Use tools like CM, IDS, IPS, and DLP for added security. In the ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity, complacency is not an option. Threats are constantly emerging, tactics are evolving, and the attack surface is expanding with the proliferation of new technologies and interconnected devices. The journey towards a truly resilient security posture is not a destination, but an ongoing process of continuous improvement, adaptation, and learning. Regularly reviewing and updating security policies, procedures, and technologies is essential for staying ahead of the threat curve. Conducting periodic security assessments, vulnerability scans, and penetration testing can help identify weaknesses in the organization's defenses and prioritize remediation efforts. Investing in ongoing security awareness training programs for employees at all levels helps maintain a culture of vigilance and ensures that everyone understands their role in protecting the organization's assets. Embracing a culture of continuous improvement requires a willingness to learn from both successes and failures. Conducting thorough post-incident reviews following a security incident, regardless of its severity, can provide valuable insights into the effectiveness of existing controls, identify areas for improvement, and inform the development of more robust security measures. Sharing these lessons learned with industry peers and participating in collaborative threat intelligence initiatives can help organizations stay ahead of emerging threats and strengthen the collective defense against cyber attacks. The role of a CISO is not for the faint of heart. It requires a unique blend of technical expertise, business acumen, communication skills, and leadership. But for those who embrace the challenge, the rewards are significant. By building a strong security foundation, fostering a culture of security awareness, and embracing continuous improvement, CISOs can play a pivotal role in protecting their organizations, safeguarding critical assets, and ensuring a more secure and resilient future. The first 90 days are just the beginning of this exciting and ever-evolving journey.